You're gliding along the iconic Pacific Coast Highway, the wind tousling your hair as the vast ocean stretches out endlessly on one side, while rugged cliffs and lush hills rise on the other. That's the essence of California, a place where every turn reveals a new chapter in an epic tale of natural wonders, cultural vibrancy, and human ingenuity. I've wandered these paths myself, from the misty mornings in ancient forests to the golden hour glow over desert dunes, and I can tell you that 2025 feels like the dawn of a refreshed era for exploring this state. With advancements in eco-conscious infrastructure, like widespread electric vehicle stations and community-driven conservation projects, California is inviting travelers to experience its beauty in ways that honor the land. If you're an adventurer at heart, a history buff, or simply someone seeking that perfect blend of relaxation and discovery, join me on this narrative journey through 10 essential spots. We'll travel from north to south, like a classic road trip, uncovering the stories, science, and secrets that make each place unforgettable. Along the way, I'll weave in practical insights to keep your trip sustainable, educational, and utterly engaging. Think of it as your personal compass for creating memories that last. As we set off, let's ground ourselves in why California captivates so deeply. This state spans diverse ecosystems, from towering trees that have stood for centuries to bustling cities pulsing with innovation. Its geology tells a story of dramatic shifts, tectonic plates grinding to form mountains, glaciers carving valleys, and volcanoes shaping fertile soils. Indigenous communities have stewarded these lands for millennia, embedding rich traditions that still influence modern life. Today, amid global changes, California leads in sustainability. Think renewable energy powering your drive or apps guiding you to low-impact adventures. In 2025, with expanded networks for green travel and fresh initiatives to protect habitats, your visit can contribute positively. Pack reusable items, choose local eateries, and opt for public transit where possible to minimize your footprint. Now let's dive into the first gem, the majestic northern woods where nature's giants await. Redwood National Park, guardians of the ancient forest. Our adventure kicks off in the cool, shadowy realms of Northern California, where colossal redwoods rise like silent sentinels from a forgotten era. Envision yourself on a dew-kissed trail at first light, the air thick with the scent of earth and evergreen as beams of sunlight filter through branches high above. I recall one crisp morning hike where the fog wrapped around me like a gentle embrace, making me feel part of something timeless and profound. These trees aren't just big, they're living history, some enduring for over 2 millennia and stretching taller than iconic landmarks. In 2025, the park buzzes with renewed energy from ongoing restoration efforts, including innovative ways to bolster resilience against environmental stresses. ensuring these wonders thrive for generations. To truly understand the magic, let's explore the park's origins. Long before European explorers arrived, native groups like the Yurok and Tolowa called this area home, crafting canoes from fallen logs and living in harmony with the cycles of growth and renewal. The mid-1800s brought waves of settlers drawn by timber, leading to extensive harvesting that nearly erased these old-growth groves. But visionaries fought back, establishing protections in the late 1960s that now safeguard over 130,000 acres, blending national and state lands into a seamless haven. Geologically, the coast redwoods owe their stature to a perfect storm of conditions: nutrient-rich soils from ancient river deposits, consistent moisture from ocean fog that drips like rain, and a mild climate that wards off extremes. Their thick, fibrous bark acts as a shield against flames, allowing them to regenerate after fires that clear space for new life, a lesson in adaptation that's especially relevant now. Fascinating details abound here. The park isn't just forests. It includes vast prairies dotted with wildflowers, winding rivers teeming with salmon, and a rugged coastline where waves crash against sea stacks. Wildlife thrives too. Keep an eye out for herds of Roosevelt elk grazing in meadows or rare birds nesting in the canopy. Recent projects have focused on reclaiming logged areas, planting seedlings, and removing invasives to restore balance, creating jobs and boosting local economies in the process. In 2025, look for enhanced exhibits that delve into climate strategies, showcasing how these ecosystems store massive amounts of carbon, helping combat broader environmental shifts. For hands-on engagement, lace up your boots for the Lady Bird Johnson Grove Loop, an easy mile that winds among giants, or challenge yourself on the longer James Irvine Trail, descending through fern-filled canyons to a beach where prehistoric vibes meet the sea. Adventure seekers might kayak along the Smith River, spotting otters and eagles, while families can join ranger-led programs that turn learning into fun, like identifying tree rings to count centuries. To make it educational, ponder how fog contributes up to half the tree's water needs. It's a natural irrigation system that's under threat from drier patterns, urging us to appreciate conservation's role. Planning tips. Access via Highway 101 is straightforward, with no entry fees, but secure permits for limited trails like the Tall Trees Grove through online systems. Spring brings vibrant blooms, but any time offers serenity. Pack layers for the chill and binoculars for spotting critters. For sustainability, stick to paths to avoid compacting soil, refill water at stations to cut plastic waste, and consider electric vehicle routes with charging spots in nearby towns. Camp at spots like Elk Prairie for immersive nights under the stars, or opt for eco-lodges that prioritize low-impact designs. As you leave, reflect on how these redwoods symbolize endurance. Standing tall through storms, they teach us about patience and preservation. Next, we head eastward to a sparkling alpine paradise. 2. Lake Tahoe, Alpine Serenity, amid the peaks. Venturing into the Sierra Nevada, Lake Tahoe emerges like a sapphire set in a crown of granite peaks, its waters so clear they mirror the sky above. Imagine paddling out at dawn, the surface smooth as glass, with a historic mansion peeking from an emerald bay like a hidden treasure. I felt that rush of awe during a quiet kayak session, where the only sounds were gentle laps and distant bird calls, reminding me of nature's quiet power. This lake isn't just scenic. It's a year-round playground reborn in 2025 with focused efforts on clarity and access, making it a prime spot for mindful exploration. Delving into its backstory, the basin formed millions of years ago through tectonic uplift and glacial carving, creating a depth that rivals skyscrapers. Indigenous Washoe people have ties here stretching back eons, viewing the lake as a sacred life source before outsiders arrived in the 1800s for timber and mining. The 1960s brought fame with winter games, but growth sparked concerns over water quality, leading to decades of restoration that have stabilized visibility at impressive levels. Today, the lake holds trillions of gallons, never freezing due to its volume, and supports a delicate ecosystem facing warmer trends that could reduce snowpack significantly in coming decades. Key insights. Straddling two states, Tahoe offers dual vibes. Nevada's lively shores contrast California's rugged trails. Recent fillings mark the first full capacity in years, a boon after dry spells, while annual summits gather leaders to tackle conservation, emphasizing balance between recreation and protection. Investments in erosion control and habitat revival have poured in, safeguarding against invasives and runoff. Activities galore. Winter transforms it into a ski haven with resorts boasting epic powder, while summer invites the 72-mile rim trail for hikes or e-bike loops. Dive into eco-tours exploring hidden coves with packed lunches that leave no trace, or stargaze during full moons with guided snowshoe outings that blend astronomy and exercise. Educationally, science centers reveal how temperature layers prevent mixing, keeping the blue hue intact. But rising heat poses risks, highlighting the need for global action. Visitor advice. Fly into nearby airports and use shuttles to cut emissions. Fall foliage or winter slopes are peak times. Embrace green habits like packing out trash under the Keep Tahoe Blue ethos, opting for reusable gear, and supporting EV infrastructure that's expanding rapidly. Stay at sustainable lodges offering energy-efficient amenities. Tahoe's story is one of resilience, its waters reflecting both beauty and the urgency of stewardship. Now let's uncork the charms of wine country. Napa Valley, vineyards of flavor and tradition. As the landscape softens into rolling hills blanketed in vines, Napa Valley unfolds like a chapter from a gourmet novel where each sip tells a tale of soil and sun. Picture a balloon drifting at sunset, the valley aglow below, as you toast with a rich red that captures the essence of the earth. My own ascent in a hot air ride left me breathless, the patchwork of estates stretching like a living canvas. In 2025, Napa evolves with a push toward regenerative farming and resilient practices, especially amid seasonal challenges like dry spells or sudden blazes. Tracing its roots, the valley's fertile grounds drew early inhabitants who gathered native foods before Spanish influences introduced vines in the 1800s. Commercial winemaking took off mid-century, surviving setbacks like Prohibition to triumph in global tastings that put it on the map. Volcanic soils and a climate of warm days cooled by fog create ideal conditions for varietals like Cabernet, fostering a premium industry that's small in volume but huge in prestige. Notable elements. Hundreds of wineries dot the area, with urban tastings adding accessibility. Recovery from past events emphasizes organic trails and electric tours, aiming for full sustainable certification soon. Festivals celebrate harvests with community flair. Engage actively. Cycle vine trails for intimate views, or join stomping events in autumn. Farm-to-table dinners showcase pairings, while tours explain viticulture's science, from rootstocks resisting pests to irrigation tech conserving water. Guidance. Book ahead via apps. Fall Crush is magical. Go green by choosing certified spots, minimizing waste, and using shared rides. Napa's narrative blends indulgence with earth care, a toast to thoughtful enjoyment. On to the foggy Bay City. San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge, urban icons with a view. The city by the bay greets us with its hilly charm and the majestic Golden Gate spanning like a gateway to dreams. Walking its length, wind whipping, I've sensed the hum of history and engineering marvel. "2025 brings major upgrades for durability, ensuring this symbol endures. History. Built in the 1930s amid challenges, it connected worlds, painted in vibrant orange for visibility. The city itself grew from indigenous lands to gold rush boomtown, rebuilt after quakes. Details. Handling massive traffic, it's part of vast recreation areas. Ongoing work includes seismic enhancements over the next decade. Do, stroll or bike across, tour historic prisons, festival hop. Learn about its sway in winds as a flexibility lesson. Tips. Public transit eases access. Summer fog adds mystique. Sustainable. Bike shares. Zero waste events. The bridge links past and future, inspiring onward to dramatic coasts at BigSur, cliffs, waves, and wild spirit. Highway 1's twists reveal BigSur's raw drama, cliffs diving to sea, waterfalls tumbling to sand. A twilight hike to a keyhole arch framed a sunset I'll never forget. (2025) sees road improvements and events like marathons highlighting its allure. Origins. Named for its vastness, indigenous tribes thrived here before highway completion unlocked access. Tectonics shaped its steep rises. Facts. Miles of coast-host wildlife. Stewardship plans promote eco-visits. Activities. Trail to falls, camp with ocean views, whale watch. Advice. Check closures. Spring flowers bloom. Green. Donate to funds, low-impact stays. BigSur's wildness teaches humility, leading to granite grandeur. Yosemite National Park, Valleys of Wonder. Yosemite's monoliths command awe, like standing at tunnel view as light bathes Half Dome. A dawn summit hike awakened my senses to its scale. (2025) introduces timed entries for better flow. Backstory. Glaciers sculpted it. Native stewards preceded protections in the 1800s. Insights. Vast wilderness, air quality efforts. Pursuits. Mist trails, stargazing, ranger talks. Pointers. Reserve early. Fall colors shine. Sustainable. Shuttles waste-free. Yosemite embodies timeless adventure, shifting to desert mysteries. JoshuaTree National Park, Desert Dreams Under Stars. Joshua Trees, alien landscapes, twisted trees amid boulders, feel otherworldly. A starry campout shared climber stories added intrigue. 2025 focuses on tree protection plans and entrance works. Formation. Deserts converge. Ancient rocks erode uniquely. Elements. Expansive wilderness threatened by warmth. New monuments aid connectivity. Explore. Summit views, climb routes, night skies. Suggestions. Spring blooms. Hydrate well. Eco permits dark sky practices. Deserts reveal adaptation, heading to glamorous lights. Los Angeles and Hollywood, dreams and dynamics. LA's energy bursts with palms and beaches, hiking to the sign overlooking Buzz. A Malibu surf at dusk with dolphins was pure magic. Early 2025 saw fire challenges, spurring recovery. Evolution, native lands to film hub. Notes, metro growth, eco-art. Fun, studio tours, canyon hikes, markets. Hints, anytime, transit green. LA's vibrancy educates urban balance to extreme valleys. Death Valley National Park, heat's harsh beauty. Death Valley's extremes forge memories. Dunes shifting, badlands colorful. An artist's drive at golden hour painted surreal scene. Summer 2025 draws heat seekers safely. Creation. Faults drop basins. Trivia. Record temps, lowest points. Venture. Playa mysteries. Point sunrises. Council. Winter mild. Prep for heat. Sustainable solar sites. Valley's grit teaches survival, ending in sunny shores in SanDiego, coastal ease and wonders. SanDiego wraps our tale with beaches and parks, zoo encounters feeling magical. A cove sunset with seals symphonized closure. "2025 emphasizes marine care, heritage, missions to modern hubs. Aspects, zoo innovations, year-round sun. Engage, kayak lions, museum wanders. Recommendations, eternal summer, eco tours. SanDiego's warmth invites reflection. And so our California story concludes, yet yours begins. From forest whispers to wave songs, travel lightly, learn deeply, and let 2025 etch your legend. What's calling you first? Safe journeys.